All right, last and not least, here we go again, dude. We have literally been covering new information on this front since the beginning of the week. I pushed out an article VOD on YouTube Wednesday after we had covered the initial blow up of this situation. Before Doc had admitted, and after we had gotten the tweets had come out and kind of blown this wide open finally. And yesterday and Thursday we had discussions about what was going on here with basically Dr. Disrespect admitting to having inappropriate conversations with a minor, but really was trying to do his very best to act like he didn't do anything wrong, you know? And what this comes down to really is what I said on Tuesday was there had to be something to it. There had to be something to it for both Twitch to drop this individual as well as his own development company to drop him. There had to be something to it. And then the snowball kept rolling. The doc came out. Apparently he was well aware from what we're finding out. We read a Rolling Stone article yesterday. Big shout out to our buddy Cash, Casual Gamer. He brought that to us, as well as another article we were reading that really showed us that the doc knew this individual was underage, was still engaging in inappropriate conversations, to the point of even apparently trying to meet up with them at a TwitchCon convention. In essence, it wasn't definitive, but it was definitely leading into that kind of notion. And it's one of those situations where we're now finding, it's yesterday what we read was would Kick be willing to take him on? And my notion was I really hope not. I hope not. We don't need people that are willing to be engaged in this kind of activity, whether or not he was charged in a criminal action, which he wasn't. Nothing went far enough, apparently, for him to be charged criminally. But on a moral front, this is unacceptable. You've got somebody in a place of power, right, and notoriety that is supposed to be, many people consider to be an influencer that is taking advantage of minors, and that leads into grooming, grooming kind of situations and stuff like that. And you don't want somebody like this in these positions of power and notoriety and things like that. Look, people make mistakes, I get it. But there are some mistakes that, aren't things that you can just kind of look past and go, oh, well, this is a learning and a growing opportunity for that individual to, become better, be better. We all make mistakes. We're all flawed. That's us as humans, right? But there are some things that morally are just not acceptable and disgusting behavior that you can't do that. This is that kind of situation. That should have never happened. So now we're at the point where apparently his YouTube channel has also now been demonetized after the admission of the inappropriate chat conversations with the minor. Here's what I'm expecting. I am expecting. It does seem like this is going to be the end, and in my opinion, it should be. This should be the end. Again, what I said yesterday is we've seen so many people in the entertainment industry as a whole that have gotten away with some disgusting stuff for a long time. Whether you want to talk about video games or you want to talk about, movies and TV or whatever, music, right? All the P. Diddy stuff's coming out. We've seen all the Harvey Weinstein stuff. We've seen all the Nickelodeon stuff. All the stuff we know about, like, children in entertainment, whether it be child actors or musicians or whatever. There's a lot of disgusting stuff, and it's due to the fact of people not holding them accountable for being disgusting individuals. They're not their power's not held in check, right? so they just get away. And these are not the types of people that should be put in these positions of power. If they're going to use it for ill purposes, for wickedness, right, and unmoral, unethical kinds of things, they don't need to be in these positions. And thank God. What was the individual's name? He was he might be in the article. The guy that tweeted all this out, former employee at Twitch. He's the one that tweeted this out at the this previous weekend, right at the beginning, end of the weekend, beginning of the week. Tweeted all this out, kind of blew this wide open. Finally, this was like 2 years ago, man. Wait, no, even longer than that. That all this has been going on, and he finally blew this wide open, and thank God it got exposed. It should have been exposed, because again, nobody like this needs to be in a position of power and notoriety, and it's just disgusting. So it does look like now, again, what we talked about yesterday was the Kick platform itself was kind of leaving the door open to the idea of possibly bringing Doc in, which is unfortunate. And I really hope that they backtrack on that and say no. But this is just another domino to fall in this situation. I think that at some point we will see all of these messages come out. I think they'll leak in some form or fashion. We haven't seen all the messages. And look, part of this is to protect the minor. I don't think they're probably a minor anymore. I don't know how old they were when this happened or anything like that. I'm not sure. I don't think that, they were incredibly young, but they were definitely underage, and I'm not positive on how old they were. It doesn't negate the severity of what this is, and that it shouldn't have happened. It doesn't matter. A minor's a minor, okay? But whoa, we're getting raided, bros.
_ versus raiding with 4 viewers.
Yo, thanks, Lilith. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Happy Saturday, happy weekend. So I think ultimately and it doesn't matter if they're of age now or anything like that. What a lot of this comes down to is not about protecting somebody like Guy Beam or aka Dr. Disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Yo! For flip's sake. Yo, what's up, dude? Thank you for the follow, my friend. I appreciate it. I like that name, dude. I like that name. I don't drop F-bombs on my stream, so I won't. I'm not gonna go with the entire name there, but I like that name. That name's really good. That's pretty funny, dude. I'm just gonna call you Sake. Cool. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate the raid, Lilith. Thank you very much. How you doing, my friend? Here. Fair enough. Yeah. I don't have an issue with it. I just try to keep my own, communication fairly, like PG-13, Madman in a blue box. Cool, man. I like it. Thank you very much, my friend. Yo, let me give you a shout out here, Lilith. Yo, what? Oh, there it is. Yo, show some love. Give Lilith a follow, my friends. Yeah, no, it's a very good name. I like that name, dude. It's a very good name. Yeah. How's everybody doing, man? Everybody, if you could go throw Lilith a follow. Thank you very much, my friend, for the raid. Appreciate it. Playing that World of Warships. Yeah, how'd it go? So, again, I think what this comes down to is a lot of the one of the reasons that we haven't gotten a lot of information on this until now is a lot of it is to protect the minor individual in this situation, and that is, if we don't see the original conversations and texts or whisper messages and stuff that between Doc and that that individual, it's in order to protect them, you know. That's why. But I have an inkling that at some point they'll leak. At some point, I feel like they will probably leak. I want to, you know, make sure that individual is protected. So, you know, if they do leak, I hope that the info, you know, the identity of that miner is not exposed, because that's important, you know. But here we are, and the Doc's YouTube channel has been demonetized after he admitted to the inappropriate chat with the miner, right? So, Dr. Disrespect, popular streamer whose real name is Guy Beam, might have to go back to his doctor's practice, as his YouTube channel is reportedly demonetized following the confirmation he inappropriately messaged a miner. YouTube told The Verge on Friday that Beam's channel has been demonetized and that he is no longer part of YouTube's partner program due to serious allegations against the creator. We have suspended, this is a quote, we have suspended monetization on Dr. Disrespect's channel for violating our creator responsibility policy. YouTube spokesperson Nicole Bell told The Verge. Beam didn't immediately respond to a request for comment. Latest bad news for the Doc comes a week after an allegation was first made by a former Twitch employee on Twitter. Quote, he got banned because he got caught sexting a minor in the then existing Twitch Whispers product, the tweet said. While the post made no mention of Beam, some did assume it was him, and his abrupt banning from Twitch in 2020 was a shocker, considering how popular he was, and there was no details provided about his ousting from the streaming platform. Another former Twitch employee came forward to corroborate the allegations on Monday. Beam defended himself on Tuesday by confirming he did speak with a minor, but saying there were no real intentions behind the message, and that the conversation leaned on being inappropriate. So here's the thing. Again, yo, random emote time. It went very well. Love to hear it, Lilith. Love to hear it. As we talked about before, specifically in regards to this situation. Random emote time, guys. So either get Lubbers or Ducker Z. Man, you get a free sub. Nice, Pinky. Pinky's Santa Claus in it. Nice, Davey. So Dr. Disrespect can say all he wants that there were no real intentions behind this situation. But, you know, had he not been caught in this situation, who's to say he wouldn't have followed through with some real life actions on this, right? However, a report from Rolling Stone on Friday allegedly describes in more detail the conversation Beam had with a minor, which we read. Former employee at Twitch says the streamer sent sexually graphic messages to the minor. Yep. After he had already confirmed they were underage. They went on to say that there was no confusion about the minor being underage. Exactly. Right there. This is a huge part about this. Beam had his last stream on Monday. The short live stream ended with him saying he was going on break and going to try something new. Like probably trying to stay out from in front of cameras and microphones, as in something new. Because he's getting a lot of shaming, as he should be, you know. Nice, Lilith. So, we'll continue to follow this. Again, if you haven't gotten the entire initial blow up of this, I mean, you can get a good chunk of what we talked about. Yo, thanks, Davey. That's awesome, man. Appreciate that. You can take a look at that YouTube video right there that we published on Wednesday on our channel. That comes from earlier in the week when a lot of this came to a head, and it was even before the doc had basically admitted to this. So from between that video and what we're talking about right now, you can have a pretty good idea of how this has progressed. And again, there's no place for people like this to be in positions of power. It's unacceptable. There's again, this is the thing that's unfortunate. I've seen a lot of videos recently, recent videos of the doc on YouTube. And you've got those people that are fans of his that are backing him up on this and are acting like people are just trying to, you know, gaslight him into being canceled and stuff like that. He made a terrible mistake. He made a terrible mistake. You know what I mean? Which is ultimately not really acceptable at all for somebody in his. It's not acceptable for anybody. Okay, morally, even though he wasn't criminally charged with anything so far, I don't expect it necessarily to happen. I think it would have been done by now, with all the information that I'm sure parties have since this happened, because this was years and years ago. But morally unacceptable, and just, you know, needs to be canceled. Shouldn't be in any position of power or notoriety or anything like that. So I think that what's happening here is appropriate, and I think that he knew that if this came out, this would happen, and I think that's you know, he's reeling from it.